Alright folks, welcome back into another case with a Mac surgeon. Today's patient is MacBook Air A2337 that came in for data recovery with no power. Let's take a look together and see if we can save this patient. Alright, first of all, what we have to do, we have our checklist, and in our checklist it's by checking see if this unit is turning on, yes or no. Nothing. Let's plug the charger, pay attention on the right corner and see what kind of power it's getting. 5 volt and 1 milliamp, that's almost close to zero. Let me plug the second port. It's doing the exact same thing also with the other port. This one means there's some source of short, that's why it cannot negotiate, and it's stuck in a 5 volt. Alright, next step in our checklist is by removing the backplate and check some components. Backplate is out, and then now we have to check here some component in this area, see what kind of power we do have before I will disconnect the battery. But whenever you are checking, you have to be always careful because it can be power inside the motherboard, and once you short it, it will burn some component. Okay, we do have our multimeter in a resistance mode, on mode, by having the black probe into any silver area that represents as ground, even that can be the screw hole. Okay, this is the battery connector, and then I need to check, see what kind of power I'm getting. Black probe into any silver area, and here we do have our fuse, and by getting the multimeter in a DC volt mode, and we do have a 0 volt. Alright, let's plug it and check it. And again, we do not have a power here. This is our main PPBUS. This could be an easy pizza case. What I need to do, I need to disconnect everything and check it in resistance mode, see if there's a short. Let's check it by having the multimeter in a resistance mode. Same way. Okay, as you can see, we do have a short, like close to 0 ohm. My probe as 0 is showing 99 point something, and this is a 1 point something, which is close to 0. Right, next in my checklist of what I have, I wanted to disconnect all the accessories like trackpad, the audio board, so that will help me to understand if this short is coming from the motherboard or from any accessory. That also can be a reason to getting short into this motherboard. Let's remove the trackpad. At the same time, I will remove also the audio jack, so we can check it, see if this short was coming from there or it's related to the motherboard. Okay, both of them are disconnected. Let's check it again and see what we are getting. We still have a short. This one means most likely the issue is coming from the motherboard. Let's remove the motherboard and check it outside.
Flashback.
And it's also a good point to mention, once you have it in your main PPBUS, that's the main power rail, that's the first step, will energize all the unit, which is will get all the power from this power rail. If it's missing, there's no point to check other components. These coils, there's no point to check it because first you need to fix that one and then you can start checking the next, because that could be only related into main PPBUS, and that's it.
End of flashback.
Alright, motherboard is out. Without spending too much time on this one, I'll try to make an inspection under the microscope, see if there's any visible short. If there's no visible short, we will go with the thermal imaging, so find that by injecting a voltage and find that short. Let's get into it. There's nothing visible, and the point which is I was checking, it's this fuse. This is our main PPBUS power rail. Before I will open any schematic, so let me bring it the setup to injecting the voltage, so trying to find the shorted component. Alright, thermal camera, it's been set up, and I do have also my power injecting supply enabled. I put it like as you can see 0.8 volt and 5 amp, but will not consume that much. But 0.8 volt, it should be enough. Let's start injecting voltage into our main PPBUS. And at the same time we can check it. Alright, looks like I found it already. Check it here. This is the component that's getting hot. This is the component that is getting hot. Let's remove and check it again. Even I can see the crack from the side. You can see there? From inside. Here. That's the crack. Alright, thank you to the power supply. It make it easy our life.
Thank you.
Let's remove the component and then we can go from there. By the way, if anyone is in this kind of business, I strongly recommend to having a thermal camera because this will saving tons of time. Now, for example, in order to me find that this component is shorting, it will take me maybe days. And then I had to put it the alcohol or by putting something freezing liquid and then start checking one by one, and then when you will check it, you will not pay attention. This is by the way, the thermal camera, it's a saving. It's a saving. It's expensive, but overall I recommend anyone to having. Any beginner, when you will start this type of business, electronic repairs, there are a few things which is you need to have it. It's a soldering station, thermal camera, and multimeter. By having all these set of tools, you can start your business. Even you can do whatever you want to do it. Because these are very important components. Multimeter, soldering station, and thermal camera, in case if you want to do any electronic repair. But the next, in the future, it's a much more advanced skills. You need to know what component is what is the role of it, where to start, where to go. That's why it's better by having all these three basic tools: thermal camera, multimeter, soldering station. Now the microscope, you can buy cheap one. Thermal camera also you can buy cheap one. No question when you are a beginner. But in the future, when you want to do more advanced, you need like a good quality tools. All right, let's now to check it one more time to see if we do have our short still there or it's gone. With the same principle, pay attention on the right corner by having the multimeter in a resistance mode. And here is our fuse, the one which was shaking. And now we do not have any more short, which is mean our problem solved with the PPBUS. If there is any other problem, that we can know after connecting our power supply and checking, see what's going on, what kind of current is getting. That's all. Let me put it back the motherboard.
Flashback.
Oh, by the way, before I will put it back to check it, let me replace that component.
End of flashback.
Now this component is there, is not going anywhere, which is mean there's no point to spend too much time to preparing the area, especially when you are replacing any capacitor, any resistor. There's no point, especially when there's no liquid damage, when the part is not damaged. There's no reason. This is a solder, you have to remove it, put it, and that's it. Because by doing this, even if for the show, if you wanted to show someone or you do a clean job, reality is not changing. Check it here, I didn't prepare it. What's the difference between someone who do the prepare by removing, cleaning, putting a new solder? It's not changing nothing. Important part on this one, do the correct way your job, and that's it. We do have like a factory joint, everything are very clean, nothing extra. Then I don't have to use the soldering iron to clean it, the extra from there. Check it here, super clean, nice, like it came out from the factory.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's put it back into chassis and test out this unit. All right, all the cables are connected, all the accessories are connected except of the battery. Always when I'm trying to boot the machine first time, I'm trying to disconnect the battery in case there's some type of short, so I can see on a meter and right away to disconnect it if something did start burning. Because it happened one time to me, I fixed the unit and after fixing I connect the battery. Once I plug the charging cable, the unit, the battery activated, and after that, when I unplug it, the charger, the battery still was activated, and it started making more damage into the motherboard. That's why always is a good idea by having, before checking it, let's say having disconnected the battery, plug the charger, see what it's doing, and then if everything is okay, you can connect the battery and check it from there. All right, now pay attention on the right corner and let's check it, see what kind of power we are getting. Before was a 5 volt and it's stuck close to 0, just 1 milliamp. Now we do have a 5 volt, as you can see it's jumping up, and we do have also 20 volt. I hear also the chime, and we do have a Apple logo. This one is telling me there was another success repair. The main issue was on a PPBUS, that's why it was getting only 5 volt and 0 amp. Let me shut it down. Now I need to connect battery back and check it if the battery is charging. Okay, let's plug it again. We have 20 volt and 0, 20, 0, 5, 20, 0. What it is telling me, this one, it could be also the battery, either it's 100% charge or there's another type of issue. But before I will do something, let me just check it. All right, I do have my probe in a volt mode, DC volt mode, with ground into any silver area, same way, and we do have a like 12 volt, 800 milliamp, which is mean this battery it's fully charged. Let me unplug it and pay attention again, and you will see we have a like 12 volt, 800 milliamp, which is mean this battery was 100% charged. That's why I was doing that cycle, going 20 volt, coming down to 5 by checking if everything is okay, yes or yes, and then it's shutting down the charger to prevent extra charge of this battery, because this battery was designed for 12 volt. It's 3 cells, like 4.2 volt each of them. That's why it came even at like 12 volt 800. That's something I have seen first time, which is means it's a 100%, it's 100%. No, you can see the charger is not connected, the unit is turning on, and also let's check the percentage, and it doesn't show, but it shows here it's fully charged. All right, folks, this was another success repair. Patient happy, patient survived, customer happy, I'm happy, everybody are happy right now. And I hope you learned something new. At the same time, you enjoy it. And don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment. In case if you have any question, you can leave in the comment section, and I will try to answer your question. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.